Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Anita Moorjani. And her message today speaks to the fundamental truth of who we are. What we really are at our core as human beings. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, Serene. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Sunmarie. Hello, beautiful humans. Good morning, honey. Awesome having you all right here. Let's get into it. Today's message starts like this. I have come to learn that many of us, perhaps even most of us, have a fear of being fundamentally flawed. A deep-seated fear that at our core we are somehow broken. A sense that our authentic self just doesn't quite fit into the mold that society expects. Many of us spend years masking our true essence, afraid to reveal our unique quirks and imperfections. Anita Moorjani reminds us that the foundational truth is that we are made of pure love. That is the essence of who we are. Michelle, good morning. Hello. Awesome seeing you today. Maggie, good morning. The first thought from Anita Moorjani goes like this. She says, I understood that at the core, our essence is made of pure love. We are pure love, every single one of us. How can we not be if we come from the whole and return to it? I knew that realizing this meant never being afraid of who we are. Therefore, being love and being our true self is one and the same thing. Anne-Marie, a very good morning. Hello, good to see you here. Henry, good morning. Thanks for popping in, dude. I hope you have some time to sit down with us for a little while. The next thought from Anita Moorjani goes this way. She says, I detach myself from preconceived outcomes and I trust that all is well. Being myself allows the wholeness of my unique magnificence to draw me in those directions most beneficial to me and to all others. This is really the only thing I have to do. And within that framework, everything that is truly mine comes into my life effortlessly, in the most magical and unexpected ways imaginable, demonstrating every day the power and love of who I truly am. Marcella, good morning. Hello. Awesome having you live with us today. The last thought from Anita Moorjani says, your only purpose is to be yourself. Otherwise, you deprive the universe of who you came here to be. Anita's message for us today is to come to a deep realization of what it is that we really are, and that when we completely surrender to the essence of our being and start acting from the expression of our soul, we claim our natural wholeness, and then everything that is truly ours flows into our lives with ease. For today's meditation theme, I love using a flower as an example of the magic that happens when the actions we take are aligned with the expression of our being. This flower, by being exactly what it is, plays an incredibly important role in the lives of every living organism in its neighborhood. And the same is true for you. By truly being you and doubling down on the you that you really are, without perhaps realizing it, you will serve and shape and support the life all around you. But unlike the flower, who is only this one expression, you have the limitless freedom to experiment and play with endless ways of creating until you have found the expressions that make you the most you. So certainly try out all of them. If you're ready, this is our meditation today. It is called You Are Limitless. You can close your eyes and we'll float away together. Good morning, Beatrix. Here we go. Starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling, and once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale and falling with every exhale, I want you to take a walk through a garden. Make it your favorite garden. Perhaps you have this space right outside your front door. Or perhaps what comes to mind for you is the most beautiful garden you've ever been in. It could also just be something completely fictional, a fantasy garden in your mind. For now, take a walk through either of those gardens and find a flower to pick. Whatever your favorite flower is. Pick a flower, stick it in your hair, or perhaps just behind your ear if your hair looks like mine. And then find a place to sit in this beautiful garden. And for a moment, breathe in this garden. If you were to drop your hand to the ground next to you in this garden, what would you feel under your palms? And what would you feel between your fingers? As you breathe in this garden, what does the air smell like? What does the air taste like? What sounds does the breeze carry to you in this garden? And in this garden, what does the breeze feel like on your skin? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and move and adjust to make ourselves as comfortable as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. See if you're able to tilt your head towards the left while you tilt your hips towards the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And then change direction, tilt your head to the right, tilt your hips to the left, one more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as present as we are able to become right now, We can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you of the flower you picked. And I want to invite you to lean into a bit of fun in exploring this flower and standing in awe at its perfection. Take your next big breath. We start our exploration of this flower at the stem, the green stem that you're holding in your hand. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, inspect and study this green stem. Some flowers have an extremely thin and fragile stem, and others quite a thick stem. Some have a hairy green stem and others are smooth, sometimes woody, with grooved lines on the stem. What does this flower look like that you're holding? Take a good look at the stem between your fingers. Take your next big breath. As you follow the stem upwards towards the base of the flower, this green stem turns into like a little green bowl. In my mind, always like two cupped hands, two little green cupped hands holding the base of the flower together. Take a moment to study this perfection, how the stem turns into something that holds the whole flower. Take your next big breath. Then out of this little green bowl comes the perfection of the petals. Let's focus on the underside of the petals. What does the texture and color look like on the underside of the petals? Take your next big breath. Turn the flower over and follow the petals to their outer edges. Take your finger and trace the outer edges of the petals of this flower. In some flowers, this is more physically visible than in others, but the pattern of how the petals are arranged around the center is always a perfectly geometric pattern. Have a look at the perfect divinity in the arrangement of this flower. Take your next big breath. Next, we'll study the forward-facing part of the petals. Do these petals have a uniform color, or are there shades of coloring in these petals? Take your next big breath. And then let your attention be drawn to the middle of the flower, the part where all of the reproductive organs are. And this could look vastly different from one flower to the next. It could be a beautiful spongy yellow or green. It could be more like a trumpet descending into the depths of the flower, and many other ways. Simply take a look at the flower you are holding, at the perfection of how this all comes together into something that serves the world around it while reproducing. Isn't that pure perfection? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together as we slip out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. When we pick up a flower and take a good look at it, we effortlessly exclaim perfection. We easily find ourselves in awe at this beauty, and so we should. But the reason that I love using the flower for this exercise is to shine a light on how normally when we look at ourselves, we look through different eyes. It's like we've taken one set of glasses to look at the flower and exchanged it for something completely different when we look at ourselves. Can you look at yourself through the same set of eyes that you just used to look at the flower? Because the truth is that if you really had to become critical of this flower, if you were to deliberately try and find flaws, you'd certainly find them. Every flower has at least a spot where you can find, oh, here's a group of cells that didn't quite develop in the right way. And once you find one little group, you're bound to find more. But when we look at ourselves, it's so unfortunately normal to only see those few flaws and forget the beautiful perfection that you are. And as much as I feel comparison is normally a waste of time and just leads to unhappiness, I'd love to do just a little comparison here. This flower, as amazing as it is, has only this one expression. In this, it is extremely limited. Whereas you, beautiful human, the ways in which you can express yourself are limitless. If you have the capacity to be in awe at a flower, you should be at least equally, if not more, in awe of you. I'll read to you one more time the message from Anita Moorjani today. She says, I understood that at the core our essence is made of pure love. We are pure love, every single one of us. How can we not be if we came from the whole and returned to it? Clearly we are that, where we came from, and that we return to. I knew that realizing this meant never being afraid of who we are. Therefore, being love and being our true self is one and the same thing. I detach myself from preconceived outcomes and trust that all is well. Being myself allows the wholeness of my unique magnificence to draw me in those directions most beneficial to me and to all others. Being myself automatically steers me in the right direction. This is really the only thing I have to do. And within that framework, everything that's truly mine comes into my life effortlessly, in the most magical and unexpected ways imaginable, demonstrating every day the power and love of who I truly am. Last thought from Anita Moorjani. Your only purpose is to be yourself. Otherwise, you deprive the universe of who you came here to be. I've heard particularly that sentiment from multiple near-death experience accounts. Coming back from that experience with a message, the message saying that our only purpose here is to be ourselves, to express the being that we are in this world. If you can stand at awe and the presence of a flower, my deepest wish for you is that you can find yourself standing in awe of the life that you are expressing in this world too. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in Thank you for the reminder from this beautiful flower. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder from Anita Moorjani that at our core, we are made of pure love. We came from the whole, and we will return to it, which means we must be that. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for your being in service of life in its expression. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the journey of every one of us learning how to be exactly who we are. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us in this journey with a flower today. Thank you, Honey. Honey made a beautiful comment saying, try and listen to her audio, Dying to Be Me. That is certainly well worth listening to. Good morning, Elmarie. Good to see you. Hello. Thank you, Honey. Thank you, Celine. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Marcella. So many others I don't remember today. Beatrix. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Have a beautiful day, every one of you. Take a moment with a flower today. Pick it up. Have a good look at it. Appreciate its beauty, and then have a little reminder of being able to see yourself in the same way. Vivian, good morning. Have a beautiful day. See you all soon. Ciao, ciao.